Welcome back to our special edition of Startup Street, where we're focusing on what startups want from this year's budget. And today, India's space tech startups are looking forward to some important policy tweaks, an increase in budgetary allocation and a clear FDI policy in the upcoming budget. Industry players are also hoping that the finance minister would announce a PLI scheme for manufacturing space-grade components, similar to those launched for other sectors. So what does the sector need to give it the right kind of boost for its next leg of growth? I'm now joined by Urvashi Dal, the VP Finance of Bellatrix Aerospace. Urvashi, thank you so much for joining Shruti and me on the show today. While the government has increased support for ISRO and IN-SPACe over the last few years, the allocation has always been around that 13,000 crore rupee mark, right? Do you hope to see an increased allocation in this year's budget? How important will it be? How important will this increase be for the sector?
Thank you so much for having us here and giving Bellatrix Aerospace this opportunity. Firstly, before answering that, I think, like you rightly said, the support we really appreciate and are very grateful for the government support to ISRO, space industry, and IN-SPACe. And while we have seen 2 to 4% of growth in the budget, we really expect like a double-digit percentage growth this time, both in terms of space budget and science and technology. This is really important more than important, I think it's an investment for the nation in the longer run, where we say we are self-reliant, make in India. This will boost that further.
Okay. Urvashi, this is Shruti quickly stepping in. While the government has allowed 100% FDI into some sub-segments in the space sector, the sector still requires the government to be its biggest customer in a bid to boost India's private space tech. Is this the big ask? What are your expectations for the sector this budget?
Definitely not the big ask. I think the industry is wanting the government to be the direct customer through ISRO, through IN-SPACe, or through the DevSpace initiative by the defense sector. And similar practices are seen by NASA and ESA. I think if I have to give the case study example of SpaceX, then why is SpaceX a multi-billion-dollar company today is all because of government and NASA's support in terms of giving them technology, in terms of giving them funds for even commercial orders, for giving them their launch pads and everything. So that being the case study, I definitely don't think it's a big ask. And we really believe that the government will do this. In fact, if I have to tell you that the government has come up with a deep tech fund corpus of 1 lakh crore, which just needs a push to the VC. So you know that the startup companies are from 1 in 2014 to 189 in 2023. So we just need more funding. So we just need that push from the government through this deep tech fund.
Absolutely. So more funding is like the big ask right now from the government for that next leg of growth, right? But when it comes to manufacturing, reductions in taxes across space tech activities, including more support for greenfield projects and a dedicated production-linked incentive plan for manufacturing of space-grade components is another ask, right? So will PLI be the big game changer?
PLI has historically been the big game changer. We have all noticed the drone industry growing with the PLI. I mean, you see 500 plus small scale companies, few listed entities in the drone space. So I don't think I need to say that it'll be a change. It'll definitely be a change. It'll attract more investments. It'll have people, it'll give companies motivation to set up their production facilities as well.
All right, Urvashi, before we let you go, one final question. Where is the space tech industry currently at? Are we in the building phase, R&D phase, or have we collectively reached a valid business to go to market stage? And how far is profitability since the investments are high and turnarounds are long?
Okay, I'll answer it in 2 phases maybe. In terms of technology prowess, I think India's got some top 10, top 20 space companies which have finished their R&D space and are ready to go commercialize. And maybe for those, the ask is, easier exemptions in import duty and easier clearance rules for go to market globally, since the global market is still there to tap. So that's one. And second, in terms of break even, yes, we do understand that space companies have longer gestation periods, but the top 20 should be 2 years away from breaking even. And the others are also, I mean, the way technology is growing and the way people are, and the government is supporting the private sector, I think it's just some years down the lane, we'll be talking again after being profitable.
So 2 years for the top 20 to turn profitable, as long as the government gives that right boost for the sector, right? So all right, Urvashi, thank you so much for joining us on the show and outlining what you expect from Budget 2024.
Thank you so much.
From space tech, let's move on